Hey fam, it's Blanca La Fina, your World Empress, and today we're talking about the Emperor Tarot card. The Emperor is the fourth card of the Major Arcana, which represents authority, structure, leadership, and the masculine principle, and is often associated with a father figure or mentor. He captures the essence of masculine power, strategic thinking, and unwavering determination. The Emperor's throne is adorned with the heads of 4 rams, emphasizing his strong connection to the zodiac sign Aries, known for its leadership qualities, assertiveness, and pioneering spirit. Aries is a cardinal fire sign representing initiation, action, and a drive to be first and best, all of which the Emperor embodies. The scepter, a symbol of authority and rulership, reflects the Emperor's right to govern and his mastery over his domain. The orb, often depicted as a globe or sphere, represents the world or kingdom that he oversees, signifying his ability to maintain balance, control, and order across his realm. His beard is a visual cue of wisdom, age, and experience. It shows that he has not gained his position by mere chance, but through years of experience, learning, and overcoming challenges. This suggests that the Emperor is not just a ruler by birthright, but one who has earned his power through perseverance and insight. The mountains in the background symbolize the challenges and obstacles the Emperor has faced in his journey to power. The bareness of the landscape highlights his determination and ambition to reach the summit, no matter how difficult the path. It speaks to his desire for expansion, conquest, and the drive to build something lasting and substantial, despite harsh conditions. In contrast to the Empress, who governs with compassion and nurturing, the Emperor's rule is grounded in discipline, structure, and strength. He represents order, stability, and a no-nonsense approach to leadership. His energy is not about empathy or emotional connections, but rather about creating firm boundaries and implementing systems that support long-term success. When the Emperor is reversed, it indicates a misuse of power, whether it's external or internal. It speaks to a distortion of the Emperor's natural energy, one that shifts from rational leadership to oppressive control. In a social context, this could manifest as an overbearing or possessive father figure or partner who exerts excessive control, stifling independence, or imposing unrealistic expectations. There may be a toxic power dynamic at play, where you or someone close to you feel trapped or disempowered by an individual trying to dominate and manipulate. It can also represent a situation where authority figures, like a superior at work, are abusing their position, causing frustration or helplessness in those under their influence. On a more personal level, the Emperor reversed may signal a struggle with taking on responsibility. This might manifest as avoiding the hard decisions or procrastinating on important tasks. It can reflect an inner conflict where you aspire to have a more flexible, less structured lifestyle, perhaps desiring freedom but feeling bounded by obligations or expectations. This can create feelings of helplessness or dissatisfaction with your current position. The lack of self-control is another key element of the reversed Emperor. Where the upright card represents mastery over one's domain, the reversed Emperor symbolizes chaos and disorder. It suggests a failure to maintain or create effective structures, rules, or systems. This can lead to emotional or professional instability. Furthermore, the reversal indicates that what was once an admirable desire for order and honor has now turned into tyranny, ruthlessness, and rigidity. The Emperor becomes consumed by fear of losing control, pushing aside the well-being of those he's meant to lead in favor of preserving his dominance. Instead of fostering respect, he fosters fear, and his realm becomes one of suffering, not prosperity. In tarot readings, the Emperor reverse encourages reflection on where power dynamics may be imbalanced, either through someone else's overreach or your own lack of direction or self-discipline. It asks for reassessment of how authority, rules, and structure are being handled, either by you or others around you. The reversed Emperor in a love reading brings a warning about imbalances in power and control within relationships. When the Emperor is reversed, the dynamic of authority and dominance becomes unhealthy. Instead of a mutual, supportive, stable relationship, there may be an ongoing power struggle where both partners are more focused on winning or asserting their dominance rather than coming together as equals. This competitive energy can breed tension and resentment, making it difficult for both people to feel truly seen or heard. This card can also point to an overbearing partner, someone who tries to control or micromanage their relationship or their partner. If you or your partner are leaning too heavily into the Emperor's negative traits, such as being overly authoritative, stubborn, or like a dictator, it can lead to feelings of suffocation, frustration, or even resentment. In these situations, one person may try to exert excessive influence over the other, stifling their partner's individuality or emotional expression. The reversed Emperor can indicate emotional detachment or difficulty in connecting on a deeper level. If you're having trouble expressing your feelings, or if you or your partner are unable to connect emotionally, this can cause a sense of isolation or emotional coldness in the relationship. It's a call to restore balance, foster open communication, and ensure that both partners feel equally valued and respected in the relationship. If you're feeling stifled, emotionally distant, or dominated, it's important to address these issues before they undermine the health of the partnership. The reversed Emperor in a career or financial reading signals a lack of control, discipline, and structure that may be negatively impacting your work and finances. When it comes to your career, the absence of focus or organization can lead to declining productivity and frustration. If you've been struggling with staying on top of your tasks or projects, this card suggests that without discipline and clear systems in place, things may start to slip through the cracks. Additionally, the reversed Emperor may point to a rigid and bureaucratic work environment where processes and rules have become tedious and overly complex. This can stifle creativity, demotivate you, and make it hard to enjoy your work. Instead of an empowering structure, the workplace may feel restrictive and suffocating, with a focus on rules over innovation. In some cases, the reversed Emperor may indicate that a boss or senior colleague is ruling the workplace with a heavy hand, possibly even acting like a tyrant. If you're dealing with a manager or superior who is overly controlling, demanding, and dismissive of employees' needs or ideas, it can create a toxic work environment that feels impossible to thrive in. If this resonates with you, it might be time to consider looking for a new job or finding ways to distance yourself from the negativity. When it comes to your finances, the reversed Emperor may signal that your financial situation is feeling out of control. This could mean a lack of discipline when it comes to managing your money, or it might indicate that you're unable to keep track of where your funds are going. If you're struggling with finances, the reversed Emperor advises that you might need to speak to a professional, such as a financial advisor, to get things back on track. If the issue is impulsive spending, it's important to take a hard look at your income versus your expenses. The reversed emperor urges you to cut out unnecessary expenses and regain control over your financial situation. Creating a solid budget, tracking your spending, and making disciplined financial decisions will help you stabilize your financial and avoid further imbalance. Overall, the reversed emperor is a call to regain control, whether it's through improving discipline at work, reconstructing your environment, or taking charge of your financial health. By doing so, you can restore order and stability to your life and move past the frustrations and difficulties you're facing. The reversed emperor in a health context suggests that rigidity and over-discipline may be negatively affecting your well-being. If you've been sticking too strictly to a demanding routine or pushing yourself too hard, you may be creating unnecessary stress for both your body and mind. This could manifest in physical symptoms like headaches, tension, or poor sleeping patterns, which are signs that your body is struggling to cope with the pressure you're putting on it. In this case, the Emperor reversed encourages you to loosen up your routine and give yourself the freedom to relax. Instead of forcing yourself to stick to an unyielding schedule, it may be time to take a step back and allow yourself to rest. Your health thrives when you honor both the need for discipline and your need for recovery. If you're feeling overwhelmed or overworked, consider reevaluating your approach and finding more flexibility and balance. If you've been neglecting your health or avoiding self-care, the reverse emperor can point to a lack of discipline when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. If you've been procrastinating or letting unhealthy habits slide, the reversed emperor calls for you to increase your self-discipline and take responsibility for your well-being. This might mean adopting healthier routines, setting more realistic goals, and prioritizing your health with the same focus and commitment that the upright emperor embodies. In summary, the reverse emperor in a health context warns against being too strict or too lenient. It encourages you to find balance. Give yourself time to rest when needed, but also increase your commitment to self-care if you've been neglecting your health. Take a step back, reassess your routines, and focus on substantial changes that prioritize both discipline and relaxation. When the Emperor reversed appears in a spiritual context, it often points to a desire to break away from traditional or established spiritual paths and explore alternative or unconventional spiritual practices. This can be a time of curiosity and growth, as you might feel drawn to different belief systems, teachings, or philosophies that deviate from what you already know. While this exploration can be enriching, the reverse emperor serves as a reminder to stay critical and discerning in your spiritual journey. It's important that while you're open to new experiences and ideas, you don't lose your independence or ability to think for yourself. The Emperor reverse cautions against blindly following others, especially if you're being influenced by a charismatic spiritual leader or group. You must remember that ultimately your spiritual path is yours alone. Take what resonates with you, but don't accept everything at face value. Use your own judgment and intuition to decide what aligns with your values and beliefs. Additionally, the reversed emperor may point to a sense of instability or lack of structure in your spiritual practice. You might feel disconnected, adrift, or unsure of where to turn for guidance. While it's natural to question and explore during this phase, it's also important to find ways to ground and anchor yourself as you navigate through new spiritual ideas. You might need to find practices or routines that give you a sense of stability while still allowing you to explore and expand your spiritual horizon. In summary, when the Emperor is reversed in spirituality, it invites you to explore new paths, but with caution. Maintain your critical thinking, independence, and self-awareness as you navigate your spiritual growth. Be open to new ideas, but always ensure they align with your true self and bring clarity, not confusion or unnecessary complexity. Well, fam, I want to say thank you so much for watching and listening to my video. Make sure to like and subscribe and make a comment below on how the Emperor has influenced your life. And make sure to look out for my many other tarot card videos. Stay blessed, doing your best.